Hey everyone, this is Colin at Black Dog Outdoor Sports, and I'm just welcoming you back to a continuation of our series, The 10 Essentials of Survival. Today's topic we're going to talk about is shelter. So, shelter is one of those things that we take for granted every single day. We go to work and we come home and we have a nice warm place to stay that's dry and temperature controlled and really nice. So that is one of those things that we've grown accustomed to, is being warm and dry and happy. So when we are out on a day hike, a multi-day trip, or if we have some sort of an accident where we can't get home, and we need to spend an unplanned evening outside, shelter is one of those things that's going to be required to keep us safe, warm, and happy in an unpleasant situation. So, shelter is obviously something that we need to practice working with and building and being creative to get confident and comfortable with. As a kid, you may have been outside building forts with your friends, or building forts in your living room or under your bed or wherever. We're going to have to go back to our youth and take that same creativity and then bring that back as an adult to learn how to essentially make forts and shelters again. So in my day pack, there are a few things that I keep all the time that don't take up a lot of space, that are there if I need them. So the first thing is going to be parachute cord or 550 cord. So I like to keep about 50 feet, if not more, in a daisy chain configuration, so it's really easy to store, it's easy to unwind and get to. And I can use that for many different things, but I can use that to tie up tarps, tie trash bags, wrap around trees and do different stuff to create that shelter. So 550 cord, parachute cord, very, very versatile. You can unwind it and use all the internal strands to get more volume of rope, which is pretty awesome. Very, very strong, relatively inexpensive. So you can buy like 100 feet for $8. Not bad. Garbage bags, the contractor bags, the black back thick ones that you use for like leaves and debris and whatnot, those are phenomenal. They're extremely thick. They're very rugged. They're black, so they absorb heat. They're obviously waterproof because they're a big giant plastic bag. Two of those are realistically enough to cover a person, which is pretty convenient. So I wrap up two of those really small, stick those in a side pocket or between the frame of the internal pack, and they just live there all the time. Duct tape is a phenomenal thing for gear repair, injuries, blister prevention, etc. I like to wrap a few rotations of duct tape around my Nalgene bottle so that it's always there, always with me. Now, that bottle needs to get hand washed because the high temperatures of the dishwasher will make that tape not so much usable anymore. But it's a great way to always have tape on standby. You can add more tape to that whenever possible. So duct tape, Gorilla Tape, those are all fantastic. Really, really good things. They don't take up a lot of space, especially if it's on your bottle. A small tarp is going to be one of those things too that doesn't take up a lot of volume in your bag, and if you need it, it's awesome. So you'll notice that I'm wearing like a Whoopee Hoodie. The Whoopee Hoodie is a poncho liner that's been formed into a hoodie jacket, which I'm obsessed with. But the ponchos that go with the original Whoopee blanket are excellent. So they're just a big, giant, square poncho made of really durable, waterproof fabric. They do have a head hole with a big hood, which is cool. But they have grommets on the corners so that I can tie my 550 cord and I can basically rig up an improvised shelter or hammock or whatnot, and it's super sweet. So it doubles duty as a layer and also a shelter. You can get, these are pretty cool, small Bivvy bags, and we have a couple of these in different colors and then styles. These don't take up a lot of space, again, like a Nalgene bottle size, super light. These are waterproof and they're breathable, so on hot days, hot climate, they're supposed to get rid of some of that moisture, some of that sweat, so you don't get too hot. But these are really, really handy, and they have a reflective side, so they kind of radiate heat back to you. Just awesome. And they're like $60 for some of the higher end, and then you can get ones that are a little bit lower, etc. But just shelter is important. Get out there and practice. Build stuff with sticks, leaves, pine boughs, under logs, under rocks, whatever you got to do to kind of create a barrier between you and the elements. If you have gear with you like the parachute cord, trash bags, tarps, shelter, those are all really, really great things. I would test yourself to actually spend a night outside to see if your gear works, to see if your shelter's good. Pour a bunch of water over it, get inside, see if it leaks. If it does, do it better. All right? So get out there and play, stay safe, and keep your lines tight and shoot straight.